Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of the buying and selling consultation. So I had made two videos in the past. One is the buying process video and one is the selling process video. It was a very quick 5-step overview of both processes. And what I didn't include, the first step is to talk to me, your realtor, and that would be when we sit down and we have a consultation. And the importance of a consultation is for you and I to say out loud and also put on paper what your goals are, what your plans are, what you're looking for. Let's say, for example, buying. Um, what your timeline is. This is so important. And maybe you thought about it, maybe you haven't fully thought about it. You just know for sure that you want to purchase a house. That's fine. We can still sit down, have that consultation, so that we can formalize the plan and work towards achieving it step by step. So, for instance, the time frame. Do you want to purchase within 2 months, within 3 to 6 months, within a year, so that we know how we can position you financially, for example. Make sure not to make any big purchases. Um, Save up, create like a saving plan for you. We can work together on that. And there are just many different moving parts that we can work on, that we need to work on within your time frame. So that was one example of the time frame. And then example number two would be, which area do you want to be in? Have you finalized which city? Which, if you need to be in a specific neighborhood, maybe you want to be next to a family member, you want to be within walking distance, or a short 5-minute drive to a family member. Then oh, that right there does require, that's so important. And that's what's so important about the consultation too, because let's say you want to be next to that family member and there's nothing on the market, and that's okay, because I'm the type of realtor that will go beyond, above and beyond for my clients. So let's say you want to be in a neighborhood like that, I will go ahead and cold call the neighborhood, everybody in that neighborhood. I will give them a call, send emails, door knock, send letters, and let them know, hey, I have a buyer that wants to be in this neighborhood. Would you potentially sell? Or would you be open to having a conversation? Or like, would this number open your heart, open your mind to having a conversation about selling? And I've had conversations with homeowners like that, where their homes are not on the market, but I have a buyer, and you never know. They could definitely be open with the right number, or maybe they've never thought about selling, but because there's a buyer, it opens their eyes. So that's why the consultation is so important, because in order for you to get exactly what you want, it's important for us to be on the same page, so that I know how to look for what you want, and I know when you want what you want. Another great question I like to ask my buyers when I'm sort of getting to know what they're looking for is why. Why are you making that move? What's motivating you to make that move? So I can also keep them on that same wavelength that's motivating them, keep them focused, right? And then on the flip side, for my sellers, it's really important to know what number makes sense for them to sell their house, for them to be happy with the number that they're netting. Like, if finances are really important for you, then we're going to sit down and we're going to make a seller's net sheet and figure out, after the sale of your home, how much are you walking away with in order to either purchase a new home, or if you're moving out of state, then you're moving out of state, how much money you need in order to still be financially stable, still be happy with your next move. So that's one thing on the seller side. Another thing on the seller's side is really finalizing with the seller what their plans are after they sell their home. I don't want anyone to be homeless, right? So what are your plans? Is this a simultaneous close situation? Do you need to sell this house in order to buy another house? Do we need to ensure that we're closing back to back? That there is time, like maybe a lease back. And what a lease back is, if is when you sell your house, you find a buyer, do you need to stay in the house for a little bit while we find somewhere else or while you finalize your out of state plans? These are just some questions that are so crucial, so important that I have to ask my client, or that, and also that you should have a conversation with your realtor if it's not me, which chances are, it's going to be me. So we can have a conversation together, and I can get you to where you want to be as quick as possible in a reasonable amount of time based on your time frame. So those are just some reasons why the buyer and seller consultation is so important. And if you are going to reach out to me about wanting to buy, wanting to sell, the very first step will be that consultation, will be me asking you questions, and also you asking me questions so that you can understand the process. Because the way that I learn, I'm a very visual learner, and I ask lots of questions too, because I like to understand how the process of something works. I don't like just to be led through, pulled through and like, hey, okay, this is the next step, this is the next step. I like to know all the steps up front, and I want you to tell me exactly what's happening during which stage. So if you're a learner, if you learn just like me and you want to know everything, then I'll let you know. Like, I'll let you know everything that you need to know while we're in each step. Let me know if you have any questions about the buying and selling consultation. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what I should do in my next video. Thanks.